When tackling 10-mark questions, it's crucial to approach them strategically, as they often require you to draw on knowledge from multiple topics within the course. Let's consider a practice question related to content from Unit 3, Area of Study 1. Example. Question. Identify 2 Qantas stakeholders and describe their interests. Discuss how a conflict of interest could arise between these stakeholders. Identify a possible ethical and social responsibility issue associated with the conflict, and analyze the potential positive and negative impacts of this issue on Qantas. Given the length and complexity of such a question, it's important to break it down into manageable parts to ensure a comprehensive response. Here's how to approach it. Understand the action words. Start by identifying the key action words in the question, such as identify, describe, discuss, analyze, and justify. These terms define what you need to do in your answer. For instance, identify means you should simply state or list, while analyze requires a deeper examination of relationships or impacts. Highlight key terms. Underline or note the essential components of the question, such as Qantas stakeholders, conflict of interest, ethical and social responsibility issue, and positive and negative impacts. These terms will guide the content of your response and ensure that you address every part of the question. Identify connecting words. Look for any connecting words, such as and, which indicates that all elements mentioned must be included in your response for full marks. In this case, ensure you cover both stakeholders, their interests, the conflict, and the ethical issue. Planning your answer. Before you start writing, mentally plan or jot down a brief outline of your response. This will help you organize your thoughts and ensure you don't miss any part of the question. Structured response. Write your answer in clear paragraphs, each addressing a specific part of the question. This makes it easier for the examiner to follow your argument and award marks accordingly. Stakeholders and interests. Start with a paragraph identifying 2 Qantas stakeholders, such as employees and shareholders, and describe their interests. For example, employees might be interested in job security and wage increases, while shareholders are focused on profit and dividends. Conflict of interest. In the next paragraph, discuss how a conflict might arise between these stakeholders. For example, while employees may want profits to be reinvested in better wages and working conditions, shareholders may prefer these profits to be distributed as dividends. Ethical and social responsibility. Issue. Then identify a relevant ethical issue, such as whether Qantas should prioritize environmental sustainability over immediate financial returns to stakeholders. Define key terms like ethics and social responsibility to frame your discussion. Positive and negative impacts. Finally, analyze the possible impacts of this ethical issue. For instance, investing in sustainability could enhance Qantas's public image and customer base, but might also lead to dissatisfaction among employees and shareholders if their immediate financial interests are not met. Remember to allocate enough time to complete your response thoughtfully, but also be mindful of other questions in the exam. This is a high-value question, so give it your best effort without neglecting the rest of the paper. Remember, thorough preparation and practice are key. Breaking down questions, understanding the requirements, and planning your responses will help you maximize your marks on these challenging 10-mark questions.